To ask this. So I'm a civil engineer myself, okay? And obviously I always joke with my colleagues, like, we've got all this fancy software right now, all this technology to build stuff, bridges, highways, whatever. And, every piece of work takes a lot of time, a lot of checking, etc. And I always tell my friends, guys, all this software that we've got, and we're taking all this time, all these calculations, etc. And they built the pyramids thousands of years ago. So what are the theories behind the buildings of the pyramids? Like, how did they build them? And in your opinion, which is the most, let's say, I don't know if that's the right word, but accurate theory?
Okay. Well, the pyramids themselves actually vary a lot in their architecture up through the 5th dynasty, so up till about 2200 BC. And then they become a bit more standardized. But I think that they're built basically, and if people are engineers such as yourself are always astonished, but if you've ever worked on an Egyptian excavation, you can see that what it was a lot of good sighting with astronomy, so you can get your orientation, and then you would sort of draw out your end, you would survey. The Egyptians were superb surveyors as well, and then you would just start to build, and they probably didn't even use that many formal plans. So cutting rocks, pulling things, using ramps, short ramps, longer ramps, and pulling things up slopes was really what had happened. The Egyptians used sledges made out of wood, as well as sort of rolling pieces of wood. And I have watched them move 4 tons worth of stone that's carved statuary. They tie rope around it, they put a few logs under it, and they all shout and pull as a team, and things pop out. And it is extraordinary to watch. So then people say, oh, well, that's just moving the stone. How did they get it up there? And the thing is ramps, and we actually do have evidence for several ramps. So I think that is not a strange theory. One of the problems, of course, people say is, oh, it must have, the pyramid is this high, so the ramp must have started several kilometers away. But I think if they built a little bit, you could have part of the ramp built within, you have a platform and you pull it onto the platform. Yeah. I'm not explaining this very well because I'm not an engineer. And there was a certain amount of the ramp going around the pyramid, so you didn't have to start 3 kilometers away to drag a bit of stone. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Oh no, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on social media. We shall see you next week. Salam.